Perfect. So we're recording. It's game time. I see we got 35 people on the call. I know Chicago is having a team meetup. I know Wisconsin's having meetups. I know everyone around the states is having meetups. People are flying back in from New York. We just had such a powerful opportunity call, and we really got to see the power in numbers. We really got to see what happens as a group when we come together, and the amount of people that we're able to put into one call and really just impact lives on a bigger scale, right? On a bigger scale, collectively working together. And so, guys, over the past couple of weeks, I know we did the Chairman Boot Camp prepping up to New York. At New York, we did the congratulations circle, and we really, how do I say this? We really went all in with with the understanding that we're putting 1,000 new family members into this business in the next 2 weeks. A lot of the times, right, that's exciting. We get hyped up on it. We're ready to go. We can feel it. But we have to know sometimes how we're going to do it, or how can we simplify that process for us? Because if we have the feeling, if we have the energy, if we have the vision, but we also know the action steps to make it happen, it's going to happen so much faster. And I think inviting is one of the skill sets, especially as a customer, especially as a P150, especially the P6. I mean, all across the board, it doesn't matter. It's one of the most necessary skill sets to grow your business. Not only is it necessary for you, it's a duplicatable skill set. It's something that you need to duplicate into your organization. You know, I look at the back office and I see so many people with a crazy amount of personals, but their whole entire organization says zero PV or zero PSRV, meaning they're not actually learning how to go out and do the same thing, how to, you know, get into a phone call, get into a text message chat, send voice messages, whatever it may be, and invite someone to a webinar, invite someone to a video, invite someone to an event. And as many of you know, we have an insane amount of webinars happening all the way till April 1st. And I think it's just super powerful, like seriously, super powerful, the caliber of speakers that we have. I mean, you guys just saw Melanie kill it. That was one of the best opens I've ever seen anyone have. It was amazing. It was step by step, perfect. These are the people that are in your business. These are your leaders. These are your mentors. These are your family members. These are your business partners that you're able to leverage, that you're able to use to grow your business, right? So I think it's so crazy because over the next 2 weeks, we have team op calls at 7 p.m. Central Time and 9 p.m. Central Time. So even after this call, there's another opportunity for you to plug individuals in, for them to see what we're doing and why we're doing it, because there's no better time than now. There's no better time than now. You guys saw me talk on the call. Many people are on that call because they just lost their job. They don't know how to pay for their home. They don't know how to pay for their car. They don't know how to pay for their children's food. So many people are looking for the opportunity. They're looking for the person to reach out to them. Remember, everyone's looking for opportunity statistically. Statistically, people are looking for the opportunity. Millennials, over 67% of them want some type of at-home income or alternative income. Over 70% of people who are Gen Z want some type of at-home income or alternative source of income. So people are looking for opportunity. People are scouring social media, right? They're waiting for the Facebook Live. They're waiting for the Instagram Live. They're waiting for the post. And most importantly, they're waiting for the phone call. They're waiting for that message. They're waiting for the person to grab them from where they're at and bring them exactly where they need to be. The question you have to ask is, who's going to be the one on the other side of the phone doing the invite? Who's going to be the person to serve the most people? Because at the end of the day, people are going to join. They're going to join I Am Mastery Academy. They're going to join any other company in the world. They're going to join something because people are looking. People are searching. People are in need of help. And when I was thinking, I was thinking about, okay, who should I reach out to do some of these trainings? Obviously, I'm doing a lot of the trainings. Tomorrow, we have Nancy talking about edification. I'm sure we'll have our speaker tonight talk about edification as well. But, I was scouring, I was looking at it, and, I remembered, I'm getting phone calls here. I remembered how good this individual is at doing this activity, right? And if you guys can see on the call, you can see he's here now, Mr. Chairman Nigel Stenson, one of my mentors, each and every single one of your mentors. He's actually one of the top leaders in our business. He's actually someone that helped me when I first got started in this company, guiding me helping me with leadership, showing me what to read, showing me what to do. I mean, this dude has a massive organization. He's helping thousands of people around the world. He was the youngest person to ever hit chairman, right? The youngest person to ever hit chairman. And he did it through the skill set of inviting. So when I think of one person to properly learn how to invite, it comes from this individual right here. There is not a better person in the company. I'm not Matt, Jason, there is not a better person in the company that can teach you how to properly invite, not only to a video or an event, but to opportunity calls. This man built his business. He went chairman, edifying and inviting to businesses and inviting to calls. So I'm super grateful. I'm super excited. I'm going to go ahead, unmute Mr. Nigel Stenson really quick, and let him take over. Let's see. Where are we at here? Yeah, throw some 7 in the chats while I struggle over here. There we go. Nigel, can you hear me?
Bro, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, my bad, bro.
They don't want us to win, man. They don't want us to win. Yo, can we put some 1-1-1s in the chat for that introduction? Yo, this isn't a how to edify training, but that boy Tim did his thing on that, so I appreciate you, bro. And honestly, guys, I wouldn't be where I'm at today without Tim, and I wouldn't be out where I'm at today without you guys. That's the reason why I'm a Chairman 10. I continue to learn from Tim as much as he's learning from me. And guys, you're doing amazing things, to be a part of this industry and to be working with Tim and Mike and to be able to be a part of these trainings, guys. It's so key because it's the foundation of your business, right? It's the foundation of going to take your life to the next level. And what I'm going to be going over is how to invite and what I've been able to do in my business when I first started. So a little bit about me, so we're not complete strangers for you guys that don't know me. My background was working at Chick-fil-A, making $9 an hour. And when I was presented this opportunity, I just went all in right away. I knew that I was young. I knew that I didn't want to work for anybody. I wasn't trying to, take orders. I really wanted to be my own boss and become an entrepreneur. So when I took this business serious, there was a lot of things that I had to overcome. I had to overcome fear. I had to overcome holding myself back because truth be told, guys, you are a boss, right? Whether you like it or not, but being a part of this business, you are a boss and you're going to be able to get paid like one. But you see, you can't really rely on your upline. You can't rely on your sidelines to do the things necessary that you need to do, right? It comes down to what you're going to do. So within that, I understood a couple of things. One, I was fearful. 2, I wasn't doing all the things necessary I could to get to the next level. So what I did in the midst of fear, in the midst of not going all the way and doing all the things necessary, I used the invite. And that was the main strategies I used to go to the next level, the invite process. And because I'm the type of person that I don't have an ego, I pride myself on not having pride, and I would have people that were on my team that would speak better than me, that can do the presentations better than me, that could do Zoom calls better than me, that could do home events and hotel events better than me, right? My twin brother couldn't be here. He's actually on another call, but my twin brother, him and I did not start speaking at events until we actually hit chairman. That's crazy, right? Definitely would not recommend that, right? Definitely would not. But the thing is, we put other people into place. We had no ego. We had no pride. We were allowing our team to be able to speak and allow them to build up their strengths while we were weak in certain areas. So I want you guys to understand this. Sometimes it's not better to be in the spotlight, but it's better to be the person that's controlling the spotlight. Right? We shooters around here. It's better to control the spotlight than to be in the spotlight, right? Because we would do things for our team that weren't necessarily being done for us. We would push them, right? What does the mom bird do to its baby? It pushes it off the ledge and forces its baby to fly. You have to spread your wings in this industry. You have to fly. The best way is to use leverage and to use the invite process, right? So I actually have some notes that I want to be going over, so I make sure I get this right for you guys. But basically, guys, let's get into the training. I like to call this the perfect invite, Let me go ahead into my notes. So I want you guys to understand this. Instead of acting like a shark or a hunter, professionals are more like coaches and consultants. So one of the things you want to understand, guys, is that I don't want you guys to take a fitted cap approach, right? A fitted cap. I want you to take the approach of a Velcro cap or a snapback. So identify the person that's in front of you. Don't necessarily use a script, an MLM spicy quote that everyone's using on their Instagrams and on their videos. Like, identify the person that's in front of you and cater towards them. Consult them. See who that individual is. Don't necessarily think about the things you need to say and what you want them to hear, but think about the things that they need to hear. Think about the things they would like to hear. Right? Because when I first got started, it was like, okay, read these scripts. Here's how you best sell somebody. And no. The best way is that belly to belly. It's actually being human. It's taking the time to say, okay, who's in front of me? What do they need to hear? Who are they? Who do they know? What would this person best fit? And what are the best things that they need to hear to go to the next level, right? So consultants and coaches, they build relationships, right? And we offer common sense solutions to people's problems, right? So think about it like this, guys. We don't pitch. We don't pitch. And second of all, we don't convince, right? You just got to get those things out of your vocabulary. Pitch and convince. Sometimes prospects will ask me, yeah, I need a little bit more convincing. I'll just hang up. Not literally. I won't do that. But in my mindset, I'm like, yo, this person wants me to convince them to join. Like, that's not the business that I'm in. The business that I'm in is not to pitch it. You know, use your testimony, be vulnerable, give your experiences, give your stories. And if you don't have the success, if you don't have the results that you want, that's when the leverage comes in. Leverage the people that are on your team that trade if you don't have results. Leverage the people that are seeing the results and that are ranking up within your team if you don't have your own results. Okay, so the first thing that you're gonna do, you're gonna invite someone to an event, to a one-on-one, a two-on-one, a local hotel event or venue, right? But the most important thing, guys, we all kind of heard the same thing, but I want you to keep that approach of the snapback approach, right? Not the one size fits all. So I think a lot of the times you can apply that to being in a hurry, right? That's the step one. Right, we've heard that so often, but you kind of want to cater it towards that person, like I said, and cater towards the time and place that you're in. Don't be in a hurry so much where it sounds like fabricated, where it sounds like an AI, like you're a robot. And just be in a hurry, basically what I translated that to is have enthusiasm. That's what being in a hurry is. So step one. So I'm going to pretty much go over the same things you guys have heard, but my own spin on it. Because being in a hurry is just basically be enthusiastic, right? Have that high energy, right? Be excited, right? Number two in the invite, and I'll go into more of being in a hurry, right? Because I don't have a lot of time to talk. Say, hey, I'm about to get into something. I've been real busy, but you've been on my mind, right? One quote that I saw on Instagram that just kind of like shifted my perspective, like, dang, like we're all connected. Let me ask you this, guys. Have you ever put a 1 in the chat? Have you ever seen a meme and you're like, oh, thank God I'm not the only one? Let me see the ones in the chat for that. Right? You seen a meme? Yep. We all have that. Like, yo, I thought I was the only one that experienced that. I guess I'm not that special. Right? So we've all experienced that, which means we're all pretty much the same. So the quote that I saw was that if somebody crosses your mind, you should probably hit that person up because God put their minds and their names in your mind and in your heart. So you can take that time to hit up people and build relationships. You see, it's not always about being in a hurry to invite them to the next meeting, but being in a hurry to like help them out in their life. Be in a hurry to build that relationship. Be in a hurry to create that conversation. You see, because a lot of the signups that I get aren't necessarily the ones that are right away. right? Or it's always, a majority of the time, it's the ones that are built over time. So the people that been on your hearts or they popped in your mind, take that time to conversate. Like the people that are supposed to join your business, they will join your business. You're just not talking to them enough. So make sure you guys are doing just that. Okay. So be in a hurry means more enthusiasm, be excited, be in a hurry to create that relationship, be in a hurry to create that conversation. Okay. And sometimes it's being in a hurry to create fast relationships. One thing that I did differently was I didn't pitch this guy at all. It was a random prospect on Instagram that I've been following for so long. I've been liking his things. Hold on real quick. All right. Appreciate you, Tim. So the one of the things that I did, guys, recently was I've been following this guy on Instagram for a while, and I've been liking how he's been posting. I didn't know what he did. I think he's like an entrepreneur. He was into real estate, and I just liked his vibe, right? So what I did was I just hit him up. I said, "Hey, bro, like, yo, you seem like just a dope guy. You seem like, we both have similar interests. I know, what's your number, man? I just want to connect with you and see, how we can, add value to each other's lives." That was it. So be in a hurry when you create a new connection, when you hit someone up on Instagram, be in a hurry just to do that, just to say that. And what I did was I was just figuring out, how he got into entrepreneurship. What is he that he's currently doing? I found out, how he was doing with the coronavirus, like what was going on in the city of California and things of that nature. And then after asking so much about him, and then he asked me, "Yo, what is it that you do?" I explained what I did and why I'm so passionate about what I'm doing. I'm about retiring my parents. I'm about helping other entrepreneurs see success, become self-investors, right? And throughout that, we just said, "Yo, we're gonna stay in contact." That was it. Remember, it wasn't the time to pitch. It was just that I was connecting with them on a different level, providing each other value. Because then the next time I hit him up, I'm like, "Hey, bro, my team's doing this opportunity call. I would love for you to hop on and just get value from it. It may be something for you, it may not, but I want you to check it out." I guarantee you he's gonna be on that call because I never sold him the first time I spoke. But best believe I'm gonna hit him soon. I'm gonna hit him with it quick. Right? So that's what you guys want to do, because I feel like if you guys do that more often than not, you're going to acquire so many quality leads instead of other people that are falling in. You see, it's not about just getting the sign up. It's about people sticking around. When people sign up in my business, I really don't care. I always be like, okay, are they going to quit this week? Are they going to quit in a month? Are they going to quit in 3 months? So these are for the people that are years into this business, like myself and Tim. And I'm sure some of you guys on the call, like, I really don't care if people sign up. I'm waiting for them to quit, right? I'm always trying to resell them. I'm always trying to give them experiences like I had when I first got and started the business. So they stick around, because a lot of people quit. A lot of people give up on themselves, okay? So that's that. Now, compliment the prospects, okay? David Metier says this: if you cannot compliment somebody, then you should not be They should not even be on your call. They should not be worth pursuing. I just got done doing a prospect call 20 minutes ago. And on that prospect call, a guy was smoking, okay? If I was the host and he had his video on, right? Not against smoking, but he was smoking on a business call, on a 7-figure opportunity, an opportunity that is changing lives and that is retiring people and their families all across the world. And he's smoking like this is just some reality TV show, right? If I was the host, I would have kicked them, right? So at the end of the day, if you can't compliment them, don't even worry about it. If you can't compliment their social media, don't waste your time on that. You see, it's not the fact that you're getting frustrated that no one's joining your business. You need to channel and transmute that frustration elsewhere, because you're talking to the wrong people. If you can't compliment the prospect, do not talk to them, right? And make sure the compliment is sincere. Find something about them that you like. And honestly, if there's nothing that you like, assume something. Because guess what? We're always assuming the worst about people, whether that's first impressions, whether that's a significant other or a friend that's kind of like, it's giving us the same vibes from like before, or whatever the case may be. We're always assuming the worst. So assume something great. This is what I do. And this is also within leadership and how you can lead your team. I'll assume the best. I'll see a quality within somebody, and I'll take it out of them, and I'll show them, yo, this is who I see you to be. This is who you are, and I believe in you, etc., etc. That's the compliment, right? And I'm showing them face to face what I see within them. So they know that someone of my leadership level and your leadership level, that's what you see within them. That gives them the confidence to see that within themselves. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. So that's what basically means to compliment the prospect, right? You can say things if it's like your personal friend, you know, you've always been supportive of me and I appreciate that so much, family and friends. For as long as I known you, you've been this type of individual, you've been a leader, right? These are the things you want to say because that's just real, right? We're so tired of the artificial conversations, right? Just keep it real. Another thing that I do, guys, is in conversation of like compliment and being in a hurry. Sometimes being in a hurry is if this person is worth giving time to, you can do that, right? So that sometimes the invite training is just for like fast pace, but if the person is worth talking to and giving your time to, do it. If it's that calls 30 minutes, oh well. If that calls an hour, if that person is a high quality person and you know them, it's worth giving them that time. Okay. So moving on, make the invitation. And this is the key part. Okay. The key is to make the invite, whether that's a call, whether that's a one-on-one. And personally speaking, Sam and Mike, they're going to be dropping, more op calls and things of that nature. I would never recommend, if you're brand new building your business, to invite them to a video, right? Invite them to a Zoom call, invite them to an in-person meeting, because they're here to learn from you guys. They're here to hear from you. So when you're making that invitation, there's examples, okay? The direct approach, okay? Write this down. The direct approach of making an invitation. This is used when you are inviting people to learn about an opportunity for them, okay? This is reserved for people who know you and respect you, and for people that you know are searching for something better in life. That is easy to do, the direct approach. And I kid you not, guys, I like to be direct. I'm a very blunt person. I like keeping things 100% transparent. But you only can do that for a certain amount of people. So the direct approach are only for people that you know, and you know that they're looking for better things in life. So let's just say, you're at your job, right? And you're at Chick-fil-A and you're working, and someone says, yeah, I'm tired of this job, man. I wish there was a better opportunity. That's when a light bulb goes off in your head and like, yo, that's my time to shine. It's my time to give them a direct approach, because ask, you shall receive, but also complain, and you shall receive. I'm going to say that again because I just made that up on site. So ask and you shall receive, but complain and you shall also receive. If you're going to complain in front of me, I'm going to give you a solution, best believe. And that's I Am Mastery Academy, right? So example, for people that you know, right? When you told me so-and-so that you hated your job, or that you needed more money, that you're looking for ways to make more money, or you're looking for new opportunities, you can say, great. I think you can say, I think I found ways for you to achieve what you wanted, right? I found a way that can solve that problem. Right? I found a way that can solve that problem. You list their problems out that they gave you, that they're giving you. And then you say, I think I found a solution that can help you with that problem. Okay. Now this is for situations when you think that they're in an area in their life of dissatisfaction, or they desire for something else, right? You can say, I think I found a way for us to really boost our cash flow. When I thought of people who could make an absolute fortune with a business, I found and thought of you. Are you still looking for people who are looking for a different job? Say, are you still looking for a different job? I found a way for both of us to start a great business without all the risks. Another thing you can say, let me ask you a question. If there was a business you could start working part-time from your home that could replace your full-time income, would that interest you? Right? And this is just general information, guys. Don't say this to your close homies. Like, use verbiage that they would use. Obviously, don't use slang. Let them know you're taking this seriously and you see yourself as a business owner so they can respect you. But those are just examples, okay? And you can ask them certain questions like, have you ever thought of diversifying your income? These are the things I like to say, but I like to call being low key. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when your parents ask you a question that they already know the answer to, right? I know I've gotten in trouble many of times where they would ask me a question that they already knew the answer to, right? So that's pretty much the same thing. Like, do you keep your career options open? Like you're being low key. You're being discreet about it. It's just coming up in conversation, right? Because if they notice the pitch, they're going to avoid it. That's the whole thing. Don't use this as a pitch. Use this as a normal conversation, okay? Or do you plan on doing what you're doing now for the rest of your career? So obviously don't say it like that. Be like, man, bro, you don't actually plan on doing this for the rest of your life, do you? You can say things like that, okay? And then based off of that, we all know to clear the schedule, right? You need to get the time that they are free and available. It's crazy because it's like anytime we're getting a time from people or when we're getting a date for them to sign up, we kind of like back out of that because like we're scared, right? But if you don't get the date for someone to sign up, you didn't get the sale. And if you don't get the time somebody's available, you won't get them to the opportunity because we know the more you show the plan, the more money you're going to make. The more people you talk to, the more money you're going to be able to make. So you got to get that time slot. Ask them, when are you available? Like it's really that simple. Like, when are you free? And sometimes we leave that up into the individual. What I like to do, I tell them when I'm free, like, yo, let's do Tuesday, 7 p.m. for you to find out more information on what I do. And if they say that doesn't work for them, then say what works for you. Because a lot of times we're catering towards people when they're free, but then they can drag it out. I'll be free next week. Now you're going to have to do the follow-up game, and we don't have time for a follow-up training. Like, right, we don't have time to do all that. So let them know, be in charge and say, hey, I'm free on this day on this day. You can leave the time up to them. Yo, I'm free on Tuesday. What time would you be available on Tuesday? Right? So kind of like it's a give and take. You're telling them the day you're free, but you're also letting them know, okay, what time will you be available? Okay. Now the if I would you thing. Okay, this is like when you're sending them a video, you're gonna send them a link to a call. Very basic information. This is something that you can use, something that you can't use, but more likely than not, for the basic people, for the basic level people that are just now getting started, I would definitely recommend doing this. Okay, so this question is by far the most powerful phrase in building a large and successful business. Right, you really don't want to skip the basics. Okay, so you always want to say, if I sent you a website with an overview, would you check it out? If I sent you a Zoom call that was going to explain more about the business opportunity that I'm a part of, would you check it out? If I invited you to a special invitation-only entrepreneur event, would you attend? Right? So you gotta have to like. I know we're really good at this. I know we're good at stalking people, right? You need to really do homework on people before you hit them up. Like, kind of like I said, that approach, the snapback approach, like not one size fits all. So look at their Instagram. If you think they've been hit up about Forex, don't make it so much about Forex. Because I kid you not, sometimes people not getting started in your business because they've been hit up about Forex all the time. We have to compete not only with people that are within our business already, but also fake bots that have FX next to their name. Right? So a lot of people try to get people into Forex. You don't want to be that other messenger that's saying, would you like to get started in Forex? Right? So that approach helps because you're saying an entrepreneur event, right? Like, make it exciting. Make it seem like, okay, I'm going to get involved in a business. The number one thing I like to say is that I hope people become self-investors because, guys, I Am Mastery Academy is so broad. There's so many ways to make money. And especially with like the new packages that are coming out with the new package of drop shipping, the ECX Academy, guys, becoming the 1% of the world, they have investor mindsets. I tell people you can learn how to become a self-investor. And one of the ways that we learn how to invest is trading Forex. That's what I say. And I've been seeing a lot of people liking that because you just say Forex, some people are not signing up because, like I said, they don't want to do Forex. They're not intrigued to that. So I just say, one of the ways we invest, I help people become self-investors, one of the ways that I help people invest are through the foreign exchange market and cryptocurrency. Okay. So if I would you gets results, it gets people to say yes if you started the conversation with urgency, right? And you complimented the prospect and you made the invitation and asked if I would you right after. So if I would you to invite you to this opportunity call, would you hop on it? After you did all those steps, they're going to say yes or no. Most likely they're going to say yes. Guys, most people, especially if they're under the age of 25, they are not doing anything. They're really not. People are too busy spending their time doing a whole lot of nothing, like, to be real, right? So moving on. Step 5 is the confirmation, right? Like I said before, get the time, okay? Once they say yes to the opportunity, get the commitment. So ask them, when can they do it? When can they hop on? Like I said before, you tell them the day and they can give you the time. That way you can follow up with them on that time, and you can send them confirmations, and you can send them reminders based off of the time that they gave you. Because a lot of times you can annoy someone if you're the one that set all the parameters in place. But if they give you that time and said that they're going to be free and you hit them up and they're not, you're not annoying them because they told you that they were free at that time, right? So that's pretty much it. Once you confirm that, you have people that are on the call. And most importantly, especially if you're new, the point of being on the call and the point of being on the hurry is not saying too much. Because one of my mentors told me this. He says, tell me yes or tell me no, but tell me quick, I gotta go. I'm gonna say it again. Tell me yes or tell me no, but tell me quick, I gotta go. You gotta get off the phone, because the more you talk, the more you're talking yourself out of a sale. It's so crazy. One of my one of my guys on my team, the guy was ready to sign up, right? And he was about to sign up on the Apple Card, but then we're just like, no, we're gonna sign him up now. We're gonna sign him up through Bitcoin, and then he can change his card information in the back office. So when he was about to sign up, before he signed up, he was like, the guy that's on my team, he's like, hey, can we show him the IM Academy? Can we show him like everything that's in the back office? I'm like, I can't believe he just asked this. The guy's ready to sign up, and he's wanting to show him the back office and show him the IM Academy. And simply all I told him was, bro, we can show him that when he signs up, right? Because he was doing this. He was talking too much, right? Stop talking. Get off the phone. Get off the call. Sign them up, right? Get them started, because people have a funny way of last minute things happening in their life, right? And it may be true. I want some ones in the chat so we can see this, because just like the memes, and I want to see if I'm the only one. Have you ever talked to a prospect and they were supposed to sign up, or they're supposed to come to a meeting, but they got in a car wreck? Put a 1 in the chat. One person? Okay, I'm going to say it one more time. If you were talking to a prospect, they were supposed to sign up, but they got in a car wreck, or they couldn't come to an event because they got in a car wreck. Put a 1 in the chat. Okay, they got sick, right? They got sick. Okay, sick. Okay. Sick. Crazy. So sometimes I really want to be like, are you really though? But you can't do that, right? Something came up. Yeah, that's all BS story. Something came up is more of a BS story. So the car wreck, all those different things. So a lot of times things are happening in people's lives. Like, they allow that certain thing, that circumstance to happen to why they can't. So then you have to follow up with them again and pick a different time. But that's why it's so important that you just stop talking, right? And that's why it's important that when you do that, you allow them to create that excuse, because the excuse is going to come up. They're going to get sick. Something's going to happen in their life. And then it's your job to follow up again with them, right? So with that being said, guys, I mean, that's pretty much how to invite people to calls, how to invite people to the meetings. Like I said, it's really just being honest and having that human interaction, right? And the one thing that you can get better, number one, is read How to Win Friends, Influence People. How to win friends and influence people. Because I promise you that invite process is really just like the basics. It's like the foundation. But truth be told, guys, truth be told, when you see a certain level of success, you're not going through the invite process one by one. Like you're just being normal. Like you're having a normal conversation. Do you really think that Alex Morans, the Davids, the Jason Browns, the Matt Rosas are going through the invite process? It's all basic information, but it's not. It's also how you say it. So those are just things to know, but also use your human intuition. Use your proper judgment, right? So read How to Win Friends and Influence People is number one, because then you can just flow with it. Because at the end of the day, you can never say the wrong thing to the right person. You can never say the wrong thing to the right person. You can never say the right thing to the wrong person. And one thing that you guys can see is this. You want to have an abundance mindset, right? So put a 1 in the chat. If you were talking to somebody, right, about the business, you explained it all, but they end up joining somebody else. We're going to have way more 1s here. Yep. So you talk to somebody about the business. They didn't join you, but they joined somebody else. This happens time and time again. It honestly doesn't matter if you're a chairman to a Platinum 150 to Tune It's Free. It's all happened to us at both levels. What's crazy about that is that you could get upset, right? I think this has happened to me 3 to 4 times. You can either get upset, right, and be in scarcity, or you could be in an abundance mindset and think, yo, I was onto something. At least that person that I talked to signed up, which means that was a valuable prospect, which means the frequency level was working to my advantage. The person that I got started, that I wanted to get started in my business, still end up joining the opportunity, right? So someone I got started that I was talking to in the opportunity, one was actually a chairman. I hit up, joined somebody else. My abundance way of thinking, he would have been a chairman of my organization. Good for him. At least I was talking to that level of caliber type of individual. The second person hit like Platinum 2000. The other person hit Platinum 1000. The other one didn't hit a rank at all. Right? So have that mindset, that abundance way of thinking. And ultimately, guys, just raise the bar and practice. Practice that invite all the time. At the end of the day, this is a shooting range, guys. There's 7 billion people in the world. It's a shooting range. Just practice. Don't be scared to fail. Because today I'm talking to you as a 6-figure earner, but at 23, I promise you, I would not be making $10,000 a month. I would be making 100 to 500K a month at 23 if I got over fear, if I had the courage. You see, the 100th time that you invite somebody, you're going to be 100 times better. But if you never start, you're never going to see the fruits of your labor. You're never going to get better, right? So take the time to say, hey, these are the quality prospects I want to leverage and invite from my upline, for the person that has more experience, the person that got me involved. But these are the things that I need to do to get better for myself, and have a separate list of prospects that you want to do it, because you don't want to be dependent on your upline and the person that got you started for long. You want to become that boss. You want to be independent, because there's nothing more beautiful than you being an independent leader, because you're not restricted. I used to wait for people to do the products, and while I close, people to be there with me with the prospects. I was so scared, and I needed that extra person with me. I needed that person on the call as I invited. I need people to walk me through certain steps. So you can't be scared to fail, because every failure, you're going to get better. You're going to learn from your own failures in anything and other people's failures, right? So that's pretty much it. But the last thing I want to leave you guys with this is just, is this quote that I created, right? And this is going to help you just understand everything. This is encompassing the invite. This is encompassing, how to go chairman. This is encompassing to becoming better people, right? So to understand yourself is to understand others. That's so powerful. And to change the world is to change yourself. So to understand you, when you spend so much time understanding yourself, becoming that better version of you, unlocking those there's dark places in your life, bringing it to light, getting over those habits, becoming that better person, really diving deep into personal development and growth, you start to understand other people. So what that means is you're not going to be, you're going to give people slack. You're going to show people compassion because you know what it's like to be in their shoes. You know what it's like to be filled with hatred because you hated it before. You know what it's like to be lied to because you lied. You know what it's like to do something wrong in your business that you know you shouldn't have. You're going to feel how they feel, right? So again, for the person that needed it, to know yourself is to understand others. And to change the world is to change yourself. So to change the world, so many of us, we want to, help the world. We want to, be like just change the world and help people, become people's people. And maybe we feel like we want to help everyone in our business. Like, guys, believe me, I want to help everybody in my business. If you haven't had a personal conversation, just know I want you to win. I want you to become successful. We don't even have to speak, but I bet you if you're around me and you feel my energy, you know that, dang, this person just wants me to win, right? I can't help everybody, but I know that doing my part of changing the world is changing me, right? So lastly, I'm going to say it again, to know yourself is to understand others, and to change the world is to change you. Appreciate you, Tim, for allowing me to be on this call to add more value. I definitely want to do more calls with you guys. You can follow me on Instagram at Nigel Stinson. I can get my personal number to you guys for the people that are really wanting to go to the next level and hit chairman. Appreciate you, Tim. Let's rock it out. Much love, guys.
Awesome, guys. Drop some 369s in the chat. Y'all know how we do it. Drop some 369s in the chat. That was amazing, guys. This dude's the best in the industry. Best in the industry. And let me tell you something. Age does not determine wisdom. Age, I can guarantee you this individual is, if not the same age than many of you, much younger. And literally what he's been able to build now since 17, 18 years old is insane, right? It's someone that I'm always learning from, someone that I'm always watching. And he's someone that's not just, speaking on a screen. He's doing this consistently. And that's why I have so much respect for him. So please reach out to him on Instagram. Please begin to make those connections. Use your resources. Really, there's no such thing as a lack of resources. It's only a lack of resourcefulness. Guys, we can never claim ignorance ever again, right? We can never claim ignorance ever again on how to invite. This is going to be a recording that watch it as many times as you need. Right? There was so many different little key things to take away from this that it's going to be something that you're going to have to rewatch. Remember, and one of the best things, and going through this call, one of my favorite things, and I'm not going to, go any more deeper into this because we've been going now for 50 minutes, right? Was build a relationship, right? Build the relationship. If you have a relationship with that person, if you know that individual, don't treat them like a number. And it's one thing that I've always taught is, okay, yeah, you want to get on the phone. Yeah, you want to put numbers in. But if you just spend that 10, 15, 20 minutes on the phone with that person, they'll get started, right? They will get started because they know that you care, right? They will get started because they know that you want to see them win as bad as they want to win in life. And so, guys, we have so many amazing calls ahead of us. Obviously, at 9 o'clock Central Time, we have another opportunity call. 10 p.m. Central Time, we're having the TradingView tips and tricks and institutional trading basic call. And then we're doing it all again tomorrow. So guys, show some love. Make sure you go on to his Instagram, share some love, tag him, post stories so that we can cross-pollinate. He's able to post that and help him build his business. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. As soon as this recording is done, I'll send it out. I'll see you guys on the next call.